Hello friends, and welcome to this crochet tutorial where I'm going to show you how to create the sleeping baby. You'll notice that the baby's body and legs and arms are in one piece. The head and the hat are separate, and in its mouth it has a pacifier attached with a little plug looking. The pacifier is sewn to the face, and we have sewn sleepy eyes. So come join me, and I'm going to show you how to create this in a written pattern, because I have pulled a muscle in my shoulder on my right arm, and I am right-handed, and I cannot crochet at this time. And I really wanted to get this little pattern out because I thought it was super cute. So if you're willing to go with me, let's get started. So I encourage you to, when the pattern is shown, to screenshot it and print it out or save it to a file. Please, this is my design, so I ask that you don't write it out and claim it as your own. Not trying to be rude, I'm just trying to be honest. Alright, so let's get started. So the colors that we're going to use, which isn't many, here I have pink. Now I've made mine in acrylic, and I found that with amigurumi, if you double your worsted weight yarn and use a 4.5 millimeter hook, you get good tight solid stitches, so when you stuff it you won't see your stuffing as easily. So after the pink we have a skin tone, which this color is buff, and then for the front of the pacifier you just need a little bit of white. We'll also be using a tapestry needle, a pair of scissors, and stuffing. So we're going to begin with the legs. We have two legs here. So the first leg will start here, and you work in a spiral, and you will stop on your last row. Then you will start your second one, and when you get to the end of that row, stop, and then we'll start the body. Okay, so let me show you what this section is for the written instructions. So after you've completed both legs, you want to join the leg at the next stitch. You finished your last stitch, so you'll join at the next stitch, and you'll start back on that first leg and go all the way around, and then you'll continue around on to the second leg. Where the last stitch stopped will be where the first stitch started, and here's for that instruction. So each line will show the beginning of the new row. Please use your stitch marker on the first stitch. So 36 single crochet around. The next row is 18 single crochet, 3 increase single crochet. That'll be 2 single crochets in the next 3 stitches, 15 single crochet for a total of 39 on that row. The next row will have 17 single crochet, increase, and then a repeat of single crochet increase 4 times, and then 13 single crochet. That row will complete with 44 stitches. Then we'll have 2 rows of single crochet of 44 stitches. So as we continue on with the body, we'll have 23 single crochet, decrease 19 single crochet for 43 stitches. The next row, 16 single crochet, decrease 12 single crochet, decrease 11 single crochet for a total of 41 in our row. 4 rows of single crochet, 41 stitches. After those 4 rows, 15 single crochet, decrease 14 single crochet, decrease 8 single crochet for 39 stitches in that row. This is actually bringing the hump of the little butt shape area. Okay, 20 single crochet, decrease 3 times, so 3 decreases in a row, 13 single crochet for a total of 36, 2 rows of single crochet, 36 stitches, 4 single crochet, and then decrease 6 times, a repeat of 6 times for 30 stitches in that row, 2 rows of single crochet for 30 stitches. The next row will have 3 single crochets and then a decrease. Repeat that 6 times for 24 stitches, and then 2 rows of single crochet of 24 stitches. And this will be the end of the body. Do not cut your yarn. The next step will be starting onto the arms. So we will be right here at this point here. So you will have 24 stitches around, and this is where we will be at. Before we start on the arms, you want to stuff the body so that it's full enough, but not so full that you can't work the arms. So what we're going to do next is, when you stop, your stitch marker should be over here somewhere. So you want to take this and fold it in half. You got your legs and everything. You want to fold it in half. And then you want to add 4 single crochets, and that'll put you right here in the center stitch. Okay? Now I'm going to show you the written instructions, but first let me show you how to do this. You're going to count, not single crochet, count 12 stitches all the way around. And that'll put you over here. And in the 13th stitch, you're going to crochet from here around, and then crochet the 12 stitches here. Okay? So we're just going to be working on one side first. Then, okay, so it's 13 stitches, so you add 11 crochet for a total of 12 single crochets. The next row, you will single crochet and increase, repeat that 6 times for a total of 18 single crochets. Single crochet around on the next row, and on your last stitch of the single crochet around, change your color to the flesh tone that you choose to use. And then you're going to single crochet around for a total of 18 stitches. So right here, just do 18 all the way around. The next row will be a single crochet decrease, and repeat that 6 times for a total of 12 stitches, and then decrease 6 times for a total of 6 stitches. Leave a length of yarn about 8 inches long, put it on your needle, and go through the top stitch of the last 6 like a little whip stitch. Just the front loop of all 6, pull it tight, and then weave in your end. And that'll finish this first leg. And then we'll move on, the first arm, and then we'll move on to the second arm. So for the second arm, you're going to restart your pink in the next stitch. Here's the 12th one, or the last one, and then the first one was over here. So you're going to start over here, join your yarn, and make a single crochet, and then you're going to single crochet around, count your stitches, and make sure you have 12. The next row, you'll do single crochet, increase, single crochet, increase for a total of 18 stitches. Then you'll do 1 row of single crochet. On your last stitch, change your color. Your color changes should be right here in the center. Change your color to your skin tone color, and then do 1 row like we did here. Do 1 row of the flesh tone, single crochet, and then the next row will be single crochet decrease 6 times for a total of 12 stitches. Then the last row will be a decrease 6 times, leave a tail, take in the front loop of the last 6 stitches, pull it tight, and weave in your ends. So the next piece that we're going to do is the head. So you want to choose a flesh tone. We're going to make it all of one piece. The hat is a separate. So this is going to be like a small ball. Okay, so here's our instructions. Magic circle, 6 single crochet, increase. Next row, each one of these little lines will mean the next row. I encourage you to use a stitch marker at the beginning of every row. So single crochet, increase 6 times, 2 single crochet, increase 6 times, 3 single crochet, increase 6 times, 4 single crochet, increase 6 times, 5 single crochet, increase 6 times. 6 rows of the same stitches. Then we will 5 single crochets, decrease 6 times, 4 single crochet, decrease 6 times, 3 single crochet, decrease 6 times, 2 single crochet, decrease 6 times. I encourage you to start stuffing. We'll do single crochet, decrease 6 times, finalize your stuffing, which will usually be just that little bit around the top, and then decrease 6 times. Cut an 8-inch tail, and then go through the front loops of the last 6 stitches, pull them tight, and weave in your end. So the next thing we're going to do is our hat. Let me set our camera up a little higher there. Okay, so we're going to start up here at the very top. 6 magics in the magic circle. Our first row will be a single crochet. This is all going in a spiral. be sure to mark the first stitch of every row. So our next row will be an increase, and then continuing on, single crochet, increase 6 times. The next row, 2 single crochet, increase 6 times. The next row, 3 single crochet, increase 6 times. The next row, 4 single crochet, increase 6 times. The next row will be 5 single crochet, increase 6 times. And then when we get down here to the end to add a nice decorative edge, we're going to use what is known as the reverse single crochet. So what you will be doing is inserting your hook. If you're right-handed, you'll go to the right side of the last stitch, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through the 2 loops on your hook. And it will give this nice kind of spiral look. So you do that all the way around. When you get to the end, you will slip stitch into that first stitch and then take your ends and weave it in. If you're interested in doing the little tassel like that's up here at the top, what you will do is you will take 6 strands at 8 inches long, so they'd be 8 inches long, and then you'll pull it through the very top row up here. Pull it through one end, pull it through out with your crochet hook. Once you get all 6 of them through, you'll take and place just a knot on the top and bring the knot down as close to the bottom when you tighten and pull the rest of the yarn through. When you're done, measure up about an inch, inch and a quarter, or however tall you want your little tassels here to be. And then you take the yarn, my arm is so stiff. You take the yarn and you separate the strands. Now if you're using a different kind of yarn, like a real puffy yarn, you can have a nice little effect of just bringing it out and puffing it up as well. After you're done, you will take the hat and place it on top of the head. If you notice here, you'll see this is the row of where we did a straight single crochet. So this will come down to the 5th, and this one will cover either the 5th or the 1st row of where it was straight single crochet. Then with a running stitch, can you see here where I placed a running stitch? So here's a running stitch, here's a running stitch. I didn't go over this way, I just went up, went over a single crochet stitch, down through the head. So there's big amounts. See, I can stick my finger up in here. It's just enough to hold the hat down in place. So if you do that all the way around, you'll be able to hold it, and you'll have it to where it's following the line of the head of the same row, so that way you know you have it on straight. Once you have that sewn on, you want to finish it off, and you want to keep all of these sewn ends here in the back. Then you'll get the flesh tone, and you're going to want to lay it on your body so that you can see how it's going to look like this right here. So you'll have enough room to put your pacifier and your sleepy eyes on. And then we're going to tack it down over, let's see, how many rows did I use here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. So the back to the under the hat and come down 5 rows, and you're going to tack that on sew it onto the body there. Now you'll notice here I have a little bow on the side. That's why you see extra yarn here. I like adding bows to my amigurumi. To me it gives it a nice little touch. So after we have that, we're going to go ahead and start on our pacifier. The last thing we will do is the eyes. So let me get you the instruction for the pacifier, and then we are almost done with our little laying baby or sleeping baby here. Now, I tried to make this as simple as possible, and this is what I came up with. If you choose to do something else, you know, it would be nice to know what you did. But what I did was I chained 2, and what I did was a 4 double crochet cluster, which means, oh, I skipped the first chain. So in the second chain, which was basically the first chain of the chain 2, you start a double crochet, but you don't finish it. You yarn over and go through the first 2 loops, and then you yarn over, insert your hook into the first chain again, and bring up a loop, and then yarn over through the first 2 loops on your hook, which by that time you should have 3. So if you do that a total of 4 times, I believe you have 5 loops on your hook. Don't quote me, it could be 6. And then yarn over through all of those, and that will make a nice little cluster. And then with a 6-inch tail, 8-inch tail if you want, it's up to you, finish off the stitch, and then you'll take it and you'll kind of make sure that it's folded in half, and then just wrap it once or twice, and then set it down, and then we'll start on our pacifier. So our little pacifier actually has 3 rows. So we're going to start off with a chain 3. We'll skip the first chain and single crochet in the next. And in the last chain, 3 single crochets. That means you're going to put the 2 and it's going to kind of wrap around, and then add that 3rd one in the same stitch. Okay, and then single crochet, and then in the last stitch you'll do an increase. Now since this is in a spiral, you do not slip stitch and chain 1. So the next, you will increase into the next stitch, single crochet, increase 2 times. So increase, increase, single crochet, and increase. This will be our last row. You'll increase 3 times. So you'll go increase, 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 single crochet, and then you'll do increase 4 times. So increase, 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 single crochet, increase 2 times, single crochet, and then slip stitch. We're going to cut a 12-inch tail, so you'll pull it through that last loop, and we'll use that to sew it on. When you sew it on, I do not like to use a whip stitch, because you see how we have this nice little chain stitch going on around here. So what I like to do is go over right here at the edge. So I come up here and go down here, do like a little running stitch all the way around. Okay, but before we do that, we want to add our pacifier. So basically all you're going to do is go through it 2 or 3 times and then sew it in on the back. And then with the pink, you'll go ahead, place it onto the face where you want it at and around. Now, the gap that I have here is I have 1 row you can see, 2, and 3 rows. So it's 3 rows separation right here. After you sew on the pacifier, what I did was I used black for my eyes. You can use safety eyes, you can use glue-on eyes, but I chose to sew mine on. So I took 2 strands of black and I came up just before the edge of the pacifier here. I went over 1, 2, 3 spaces, came back to the center, the next row down, and pulled it down. And then I came over here and did the same thing. So it's kind of just above the edge. 1, 2, into the third, found the center, and then locked it down. Okay, and you should be done with your little baby. I hope that this little video was helpful. I was planning on making it in blue, but I hurt myself by pulling my shoulder muscle. It was a combination of various things from work and at home, so it's okay. I can still move, but I just can't really crochet right now. So I hope this tutorial was okay with the written, that you can go ahead and screenshot it. And I'm sorry I couldn't really do a full crochet tutorial with you at this time. So until next time, I really enjoyed having you here. So please come back and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.